Hey fellow farmers, this is Bunto and this is the account review for Benny, whom we just did a summoning session for. Unfortunately, the lightning's rate was quite bad, but we did get him something that he really did wanted, which is the Chassin. Alright, so again, this is a account review for Benny because he allowed me to do a summoning session for him, so this is a thank you. Alright, so if you want me to do account review for you, I'm gonna have to do a summons for you first, and then I can do this for you. All right, so guys, my regular viewers, my regular subscribers, please help me out. If someone leaves a comment in the comments below asking for account review, kind of just help me out and reply to them for me. Like, I mean, I could do it, but like it's being it's getting a lot, and it'll just be really nice if you guys can help me out. All right, so anyways, enough of that. Let's move on to the account review. So let's go into his monster box really quickly. So just a quick background on him. He didn't tell me how long ago he started, but we can kind of tell by what he can do. So he can currently do Giants B10, 3 to 4 minutes. Current team that he is using is Veremos, Ariel, Bella, Megan, and Bernard. Yep. 3 to 4 minutes, that seems about right. Dragons B10, Veremos again, Ariel again, Bella again, Vert and Megan, 4 to 5 minutes. Okay, definitely that we can definitely improve on pretty easily too, actually. And Necros is B6 to 7. Currently working on a team with Colleen, Water Kung Fu Girl, Lisa, and maybe Ren. Not a priority so far, which you are correct. At this stage in the game, you don't really need to farm Necros too much. Again, even where I am at G1, I don't even farm it that much either. I do have some good runes. I would want more, but it's not needed. It's not necessary. All right. So so Benny is F3, does TOA 80, gets up to 86. And AliExpress. Okay. Anyways, third always base. Okay. Oh, it's still here. Let's get rid of that really quickly. Okay. So first, I would like to. I was always like to review the Nat 5s that he currently has. All right. So yeah. So he does have the Ariel, and Ariel is a very good Nat 5. He's just there for tanking and healing. And he does that really well, arguably better than Chassin, especially the tanking part. Although Chassin heals are very good, she doesn't tank as well as the Ariel does. Because if you just look at his base stats, where is it? His base defense is 747. That's pretty high. That's really good. All right, so yeah, so let's just look at his skills really quickly, what he does. All right, so he removes a beneficial effect on the first skill. AoE heals on the this is heals an ally target for 50%. Cooldown 3 turns, really good. All right, and of course his third skill heals all allies by 30% and recovers HP by 15% for each turn for the next 3 turns. So he's a healing monster. All right, he's really good. All right, so for him, so the best build for him would be speed, HP, and defense. All right, on violent endure, I guess, because you want to resist up. So this is a pretty decent build. Let's see here. Yeah, so he has him on HP, defense. All right, so so Benny, if I were you, if you have the another endure rune that is speed, I would totally put that in here on the slot. Just because looking at his stats here, he has 30k HP, which is really good, which is really nice. But you are currently in F3, and yeah, I mean, although this stats would help you in arena, I guess, but really right now you really want to concentrate on your runes, and to get better runes, you want to concentrate on your B10 teams, right? I know I say this every review video, but it's true. You want a faster a faster B10 team, especially for your dragons, because most people have the most difficult time with dragons. Giants, as your rune gets better, naturally you're just gonna go faster and faster. That's just how giant works, all right? But for dragons, you need to have a more synergy with your team, and then to further push to go faster, then you need better runes. All right, giants, you don't really need that synergy. All right, you just need a heal, you just need an armor break, and then you just need a lot of damage, and that's it for giants. But for dragons, you need the synergy there, just because the dragon does have immunity and he does a lot more damage. All right. So with that being said, his stats are good, but I would change this to a speed rune. Removing this rune, so you lose 63% HP, so you lose about 6 or 7,000 from him, and he'll still have like 22k or 23k HP, which is, with his defense right now, which is more than enough for him to survive in dragons. Trust me, it's more than enough. All right. And yeah, you don't really want to use him really in arena anyways, because currently you're in F3, so I'm assuming you don't really need him for arena. All right, but he works better as in the Giants B10 team. You can use him as a healer, which is really good. Also, I'm looking through your runes, and I see that you don't do any raids at all. Ariel is a very, very good raid monster. Very good raid monster. All right, he can tank and he can also heal at the same time. And with these stats, even if you take out the HP and put in a speed rune, you can still use him as a frontline tanker up to with these stats up to R4. All right. So yeah, you can stick him in frontline in R3. He'll survive no problem. And R4, of course, yeah, he'll still be good. He just needs synergy with the rest of the team. All right, so yeah, so for him, what you're currently using him as is pretty good already. Just switch out this to a slot 2. All right, let's see what other nat 5s you have. Ooh, okay, so you did pull a water monkey, which is a little unfortunate. I mean, he does do a lot of damage, just that the problem with him is there is Theomars. There is Theomars in the game. Granted, you don't have one. You have a Amir, but you will pull a Theomars sooner or later. He's just one of those monsters that you're gonna get eventually, right? And most water nukers have this problem. every single water nuker have this problem. Okay, should I use this water nuker or should I use a Theomars? Right? And that's always the issue for them. Just because Theomars does have Elemental King passive, so he can attack anybody and have advantage over them. And also he has the Endure, which makes him a little bit more tanky in the sense that he can have an extra turn and attack more. And his first skill is scaling off of speed, so he does do a lot of damage. All right, so yeah, that's pretty much the question that people face, the water nukers face when choosing a water nuker. And unfortunately, Shiho's skill set is not that great. I mean, this one is pretty good, right? Summons an alter ego, so pretty much he attacks 4 times and you can see grants invincibility for 1 turn and immunity for 2 turns if 3 or more of the attacks crit, and the cooldown of the skill will decrease by 1 turn. All right, so yeah, so normally it would be 4 turns, but when fully maxed, and then it will decrease to 3 if you get it. So that's not bad, and he does do a lot of damage. He attacks 4 times, and then he becomes invincible. All right, and immunity. So the bad thing is, his other skills aren't too good. Like the first skill of all monkeys are really good. All right, once you fully skill it, 50% chance to stun the enemy on every shot. Pretty good. And the multipliers are also pretty good. But his second skill isn't that great. Attacks all enemies and decrease their attack bar by 30% with a 75% chance. So, yeah, I mean, once fully skilled, it's still 75% chance, and the multipliers for this isn't that great. And but yeah, it's just his fourth skill that's good, and and his problem really is after that he's pretty useless because he can die after that, right? Yeah, he's just him. Oh man, this is hard to say. As a monster himself, he's not too bad, right? But he is unfortunately compared to a Theomars that everyone can get. So that's the only problem with him. And so is it worth building him? At the stage where you're at right now, you do already have a Shaolin. So she's a pretty good water nuker and very useful everywhere. So unfortunately, Shiho isn't really useful anywhere, right? And only his third skill is good. And yeah, he's easily replaceable by Theomars. So I would say keep him for now. Don't 6-star him. Don't 6-star him yet. But yeah, just wait and hold out and hope you get a Theomars, because Theomars is a lot better. And you will eventually get him. All right. Yeah, and I guess that's it for the... Okay, so he only has 2 Nat 5s. All right. So yeah, so let's look at other monsters that he has. Ooh, okay, so he does have a Lushen, and Lushen is ruined. Okay, yeah, so you're ruining him correctly. Good crit rate. You're pairing him off with the QB, which is good. Yeah, he won't. Yeah, so just keep up on the stats. Really, you're building him correctly. Attack, crit damage, attack. Although he is very, very slow. At where you are right now, it may not matter too much, but yeah, just keep, whatever he has now is already pretty good. Just keep increasing his attack, his speed, and his crit damage. Most importantly, his speed, because you do want him to go first, right? Or not even go first, but like have a chance to get his turn in. Else all this damage is for nothing if he doesn't do any damage, really. Okay, let's see here. And Amir. Ooh, hey, your Amir is really nice. Actually, your Amir looks very similar to mine. Oh man. All right. Yeah, no, I'm not kidding. Your Amir looks very similar to mine. Although I think mine has more attack. Crit rate is about the same. Yeah, I have like 177 crit damage, and my speed is like 185 or something like that. But anyways, this is not bad build for you where you are in the game. Yeah, it's not bad. Just one other thing is just more speed, because again, like you have all this damage, but if you don't go first, it's not going to be it's going to be useless, right? Okay, so yeah, so let's actually talk about the B10 teams. So currently using Veramos, Ariel, Bella, Megan, and Bernard. Wait, what? That looks like almost a a Dragons team actually. All right. So let's see how much. Okay, not that much. Not that much HP. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. For that team, I guess you do that in 3 or 4 minutes. So just stick to that for now, actually, because yeah, like for giants, like I said earlier, right? For you to go faster, all you need is just better runes, because the giant isn't that strong. He doesn't have that much HP, and he doesn't do too much damage. So if you can nuke him down fast enough, you will be able to do it faster. And I am looking here that you are currently working on a speed team with Lushen and Amir, which is good actually, because I do have those two on my speed team for the giants. But yeah, if you want a really fast speed team, of course work on your Galleon. And I'm looking here, your Galleon is built quite nicely. Speed, HP, and accuracy on violent focus, exactly like mine, except mine is on broken set, of course, for the substats, right? So yeah, so he's already pretty good. One thing though, just make sure that he is the fastest on your team. So you want him to go first before everybody, so he can get off the time to loot, right? Because this is really important to making your team faster and safer. And currently you're not using him in giants yet, but he is the key to making a really fast B10 team. All right. So yeah, so for now, just work on your runes to getting more damage and faster speed, and you can fit them in. All right, and I can already see it. Like you could, so you can do. Let's see here, what team would I do here? So just pretty much all AOE guys. So yeah, so Galleon's good. Yeah, so there's 5 guys. So Lushan, Amir, Galleon would definitely be the 3 that would be on your team. Okay, so as of right now, you don't have too many choices. But yeah, you can try Lushan, Galleon, Amir, Shaolin, I guess, and and a Bernard. Oh, actually, no. Oh, Kaito. Kaito would not be bad. Does he have AOE? Tax an enemy. Tax. Okay, never mind. Kaito does not have a AOE attack. All right. Oh, all right. Well, yeah, you can try like free rune removal day is coming up, so you can try this team. All right. Veramos. Okay, Veramos is good. Oh, and on Violent. Good job, Benny. 200 speed on Violent Revenge. Not bad. All right. So yeah, you can try Veramos, Galleon. That's 2. Yeah. Lushan, Amir, and yeah, and Shaolin. You can try that. I don't know how well that will go, but you know you can definitely try it. All right. But yeah, again, just the better runes you have, the easier, the faster you'll do giants, because giants, that's just how it works, right? All right, for dragons though, it's a little bit more different. So you are currently using Veramos, Ariel, Bella, Vert, Megan, and you do that about 4 to 5 minutes. All right. So I think that team is good, but you don't need the Ariel. Actually, you don't need the Ariel at all. Actually, yeah, you don't need the Ariel, so you can just take him out and use Shaolin. Although she she doesn't have much HP, but you can try that. Actually, how fast are your guys? Actually, where's your Vert? Where's your Vert here? Okay, so your Vert's pretty fast, and Megan's pretty nicely runed. Okay, yeah. So, this is hard. This is hard to choose a team for you. Okay, because I know what type of runes I have, right? So I know what type of damage I'm able to do. But for you, it's a little bit different. But yeah. So let's see here. Wow, what can you do to make your team faster? So yeah, you just need another. Oh man, you don't have a Theomars or like a Hua or anything. So yeah, so try using Shaolin, even though she's a little she's a little low on HP, but you can definitely try using her. Take out the Ariel and yeah, stick her in, because with the Bella, where's your Bella? Yeah, so your Bella is actually quite good. Yeah, your Bella is actually quite good. Yeah, Bella is actually quite good. So yeah, so Bella should be enough heals, because she's almost 200 speed on Violent. So you should be keeping up with heals no problem whatsoever. So healing is definitely not a problem. So I'm just looking at your team. You're just like over tanking it. Really, you have a lot of HP, you have a lot of heals, but you don't have a lot of damage. All right, and you do have a Megan in there, which is really good, because her attack buff and also her defense buff does help make it so that you kill the dragon faster and also are more tanky. So you wouldn't need Ariel there. So really replace Ariel with Shaolin, or even actually he's not even, no, not him. But try Shaolin. All right, see how that goes. And yeah, tune your speed and everything accordingly on free rune removal day. Actually, even the Shiho would be not bad here too. Actually, he doesn't have too many uses, but this could be one of them. And yeah, like you have pretty good stats on your guys. I don't see why you can't do like a 3 minutes dragons or something. 4 to 5 seems a little too long for you. I feel like you can do it a lot faster. All right. So yeah, so just try that, and yeah, your Bella is pretty good. And I know you have this question here of how come your Ariel, even though he has 94 or sometimes even 100% resist, he still gets armor break. Well, there's always this built-in 15% chance resist, or like I guess a chance of proccing for the debuffs. That is always there no matter what. So even if you have 0 resistance, all right, you still have a 15% chance to resist getting armor broken or something like that. Okay, and same goes for applying debuffs. There's always a 15% chance, no matter what, you're going to get armor broken, even though you have a 94% resist or even 100% resist. That is always there. All right, so yeah, so that's why. I mean, there's a lot of discussion about this on Reddit and whatnot, so you can just go there and check it out. But yeah, that's why. So even at 0 resist, you'll still get armor broken, 15% chance. So that's why like when you're fighting dragons and he has immunity on, and if you have 100% accuracy, you think you would get it all the time, right? But you actually miss it 15% of the time because of that. That's always there for every monster. That's just how the mechanic works. All right. So yeah, so that's why he still gets armor broken, but it still does help. You still resist a lot more than not. All right. So it's good to have the resist there. All right. And yeah, and the question that you have for how much accuracy should you have on certain monsters, or how much attack or whatever, right? So and what you should build. So it's very simple. For attacking monsters, for nukers, generally you want to build them speed, crit damage, attack. Or if you have like really good speed substats, attack, crit damage, attack. If you can get their attack to like I always try to get my attackers to as close to 200 as I possibly can. And if I can't achieve that with a slot 2 attack, a slot 2 attack rune, I would switch it out and put a speed rune there instead. But if I'm able to get them close to 200 or like 180 or 190 with an attack rune there, I would totally leave attack rune there. All right. So yeah, I hope that helps. For your level right now, they should get at least 150 or 160 speed for as a nuker. Just because, again, you need to turn. You need to get a turn in, because if you don't get the turn in, your 2300 attack Lucian is actually 0 if he dies, right? If you don't attack him, you actually have no attack, right? You don't damage your other target, you actually have 0 attack. So speed is very, very important, okay? And as a F3 player, again, 150 to 160, I think is what you should be looking for in terms of speed. All right. And yeah, as for your supports, now for support monsters, you have to look at it as what are they there for? Like, are they there for healing, or are they there for landing a specific debuff or something like that, or landing a specific skill, right? So in terms of Galleon, you got the right idea here. You want him to go first and apply his time to loot, so you made his accuracy really high, which is good, right? That's what you want, because he is literally there just for his time to loot. Right? And of course you want him to be the fastest, so he can go first. So he is built properly. So, and here's another thing, Bella and Megan. Okay, so these guys, you should definitely give them a lot more accuracy, because they are on your Dragons team. And so yeah, so Megan is just there for her buffs and her Toad Poison, right? And Toad Poison removes immunity, which is good, which you really need on the dragon, because chances are the reason why you fail so often is because you're not removing immunity, right? So for her, I would change this rune into an accuracy rune. All right. So really, with support monsters that are trying to apply a debuff, and it's really crucial, which in this case it is for Megan. Try to get their accuracy to like at least 85% accuracy. All right. Same thing with Bella. Bella's there for her. I mean, all of her skills are good, right? She's there for healing. She's there for her armor break, and also Seize can remove the immunity from the boss as well. So again, with Bella, you want to have her at least 85 accuracy. So let's see, this rune's pretty good. I mean, if you can get more substats into her to have at least 85 without changing this, then that would be really good. But right now 55 may be okay too, but I would just feel safer if she has 85. Actually, I would feel safer. She has 100, even though there's always that 50% chance there that it'll always resist. I just feel better if there's 100% resist there. All right, and yeah, and then there's other monsters like Ariel, right? He doesn't need the accuracy at all because he's just there for healing. You don't need him to apply any debuffs, right? For you to win the game or for you to survive. He just needs to heal. So for him, you just want him to be fast and tanky so he can heal, and of course resist too, because you don't want him to die. All right, and yeah, he doesn't need any debuffs. So pretty much any support monster that needs to land a very crucial debuff, you want them to have at least 85% accuracy. That's just to answer that question. All right, yeah, let's see here. And what other questions did he have? Okay, necros, no necros. Okay, so for TOA, so you're currently stuck on TOA 86. All right, yeah, so it's actually very simple. Well, TOA normal, if you have good enough runes, team composition doesn't matter whatsoever. All right, but there's actually an easier way to beat it, because in TOA hard, really, no matter how good your runes are, you need to build a certain team in order to beat it, because those monsters are crazy powerful, and it doesn't matter your runes, like, no matter how good your runes are, it doesn't matter unless you have the right team. All right, so you can just apply the TOA hard thinking to TOA normal until you have the better runes, because it works the same. All right, you pretty much want to continuously stun the enemy while applying dots on them and slowing them and giving yourself more turns, so then you can do more damage on them, and having your cooldowns reduce so you can apply more debuffs on them, right? So yeah, so like a really good generic TOA team, of course, would be Vermos. He does have stun on his second skill, which is very, very nice, and you do have a really nice Vermos already. 200 speed on Violent and 20k HP, which is very good. All right, so actually no, you should use Beretta as lead, so it's more speed, right? So Beretta, Vermos, and you have a Chassin now, which is pretty awesome. Oh yeah, I should do a review on her, about her. All right, but yeah, anyway, so just for the TOA, so Beretta, Vermos, Spectra. All right, sooner or later you're gonna want to 6-star your Spectra, because Spectra will really help. All right, Spectra is good in dragons, and also very good in TOA as well, TOA hard and TOA normal. So yeah, so Beretta, Vermos, Spectra, Mav. All right, you're gonna want a 6-star Mav sooner or later. I haven't 6-star mine yet because I don't feel like doing TOA hard because it's too long. All right, but Mav is very good. You don't have a Hua, which is unfortunate. But yeah, so, and Chassin would be good. You need more stunners though. Just him, eh? Yeah, so you do need another stunner, because oh yeah, no, you have it. What am I talking about? All right, Tyrone. Tyrone is really good. 2 AOE skills, and the third skill already has a built-in stun. Well, freeze, right? But if you build him on despair, how you want to build him is exactly like how you would build a Beretta. The same build, speed, HP, accuracy, same exact build. The same exact build. The only difference is he has 2 AOE skills, so more chance of stunning. All right, and of course you have the Beretta there, so you know what he does, right? His second skill reduces the attack bar of the monster to 0, and you can't stun a boss, so that is the next best thing to a stun on a boss. So yeah, Beretta, Vermos, Spectra, Tyrone, and Chassin. That's already very good. There is is there no armor break on that team? There is no armor break on that team. but you don't really need it. You don't really need it because you're going to be stunning them all the time. Just so when you're playing, just make sure to kind of coordinate your stun. You know, if you're using Vermos' stun and you stun like four out of 5 guys, you know, don't use their Tyrone, obviously, right? Just use this skill 1 until everyone comes up again, and you're going to use the dot from Beretta to of course, you know, kill everybody, because just dots in TOA are amazing. All right, so yeah, so you can use those guys. So yeah, build a Spectra, build your Tyrone, build a Mav, and build your Chassin. Definitely, those guys there are really good for TOA, and TOA hard too as well. All right, but yeah, let's see. Yeah, so let's review the Chassin. All right, so of course you want to build Chassin. If you can build your Chassin like your Vermos, is actually already very good. Yeah, so Chassin, all Chassin really needs is speed, HP, and resistance. Most people try to build her as close to 100% resist as possible, and as much speed and HP as possible. Yeah, on violence, so she can get more turns in for heals. For her heals, and also glancing is quite annoying, but her heals are quite short on cooldown. Fallen Blossom is only 4 turns, and the Amuse is 3 turns. All right, and you all know how annoying Fallen Blossom is, right? You can get a monster from like almost 0 back to 100% with this skill, and Violent proccing just helps so much more. All right, so yeah, so it seems like you have a decent amount of Violent runes. So just build her on Violent, like Endure or whatever. Just try to get even use a broken set if you can get good enough substats for her. All right, speed, HP. Yeah, again, go for speed, HP, and resistance on the substats. A more advanced build of her is Violent plus whatever, but HP. And yeah, like for example, mine, she's really fast. She's on triple HP, and she has over 200 speed. And that's how most Chassins are built. Like, you know, once you get up there, she has almost 40k HP on 200 speed, and resistance is like, I think 77 or something like that. But yeah, that's just something to go for. Like, if you can build her like your Ariel here, where he has a lot of resistance, but just more HP, really. So it's kind of like Ariel, but just more HP and more speed. And yeah, she's pretty good for like in Guild War and Arena, of course. And of course, if you stick her in defense, people are gonna hate you, because she's really hard to deal with. All right, especially if you're not able to nuke her down fast enough, she is really hard to deal with. So yeah, so like the best runes for her end game runes would be Violent and Nemesis. Right, that's just how it is. So HP, at least like 200 speed and 40k HP, but that's end game build. For you, looking at what types of runes you have or what you can make, I feel like you can build her to have like at least 25k or 30k HP and 160 speed. I think you're able to do that, 160 or 170 speed. And if you can do that already, that's actually very strong for a F3 player. That's very strong. And yeah, just like looking at your other monsters, what you're able to build them at, I think you're able to do it. All right, but yeah, so definitely raid. I see here you don't raid at all. Like, you do not raid at all. Yeah, okay, maybe you do a little bit. You have that there. Yeah, but you do not raid at all. So yeah, you can totally do R3 or R4. All right. So use let's see, who can you use as frontline here? Vermos? Okay, so definitely Ariel would be one of your frontline. You do have a Colleen, which is good too. Actually, that is really hard to make. Okay, well, forget that. I do have a video that is that goes more in depth about raids, so you can definitely check that out. I don't want to talk about that here because I'm just thinking, and it's kind of difficult. But yeah, definitely check out my R3 video, and then afterwards you can check out my R5 video. R5 is a lot more advanced, and the stats required is much higher. But the R5 can also be kind of like an R4 video. The same type of monsters, you can use the same type of monsters, just the substats are just a little bit less. a little bit less. All right, because yeah, the substats that are required to do R4 is not that high, but I think you can do R4. Yeah, R3 for sure. All right, so just go check out those videos, and those videos will help you out on the raids there. All right. Yeah, so I think that's it for this review. I think I covered everything, covered most things. Yeah, so if I miss anything, just email me and ask me any more questions. All right, so that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe, leave a comment, watch my other videos, and until next time, happy farming.